Ye boyra o mai mrahye bedwafie de course wo ho na watwi yamane boni ohena mponsa boa no edeba.
This week in Parliament, ensem a ekoso e wo mrahye bedwafie hanom na ye bone tofa na watwi bia no ye de somu. Na watwi mu se ye komu a na opani an din de Alan Kojoche Martin ono ana woye osuafo a ohwe dwadie so ene mfidijuma eso de atu dwa se sa wohwe eye Commander Sugar Factory a ehonsem abeda oman so no a aban no de nima pi agu akwan mu a enche woni bewie na fenso so Commander Sugar Factory no efiase ayejuma.
The Commander Sugar Factory is currently undergoing major retooling and repair works, which is about 98% complete, with a projection to undertake a production test run by the end of July this year.
Yewra kwaku ajima menu ono na wohwe apomuden so edema oman Ghana ebepie wo mrahye bedwafie hanom a na yebisa no se COVID ene eho nneoma ene akade a yade sika ehye mu no san ene kosiye ewo mu se okire nsem no mu de nanso no enya ade a ekoyi a ne nyina no emrahye bedwa no ahye se wonko na wonfa eya nkontabu mapa emfambre na sasem we nyina no na ekoye abra yewura ono ogina mu manfo a wo bongo Edward Bawa na de nsem no ebeda emrahye bedwa no sei na nkomotwe no ekoye
supplies based on their areas of business. We then wrote to the Public Procurement Authority in accordance with Section 40 of Act 663 as amended to request for approval to use single source procedure to procure the various PPEs because of the emergency situation. So, Speaker, in situations where the threshold involved was above that of the Ministry's ETC, the Ministry then sought and received approval from the Central Tender Review Committee depending on the contract amount in accordance with the provisions of the Public Procurement Act.
Dom kuma so a wo mrahye bedwafie atwon ano de asi aban so ade ni nyina ne se wona kire se Ameri plant bi a aban no akwakoto na wode boa nyinamkane ano wona te se wona tabiri de afi eye atoyementamu de akwa santemantemu
nansenya na yenyante yese eye Ameri planter NDC aban ye de baaye se emeye adwuma na enoa entua ne ka na yewia abedane Ghana ajapade no akufuado aban yi efa kwati kwan so efa wagadre kwan so akodi sika twitwiri die $35 million
na yewura Dr. Opoku Prempe nso no na oye energy minister chese ensam no wanka ne yi enchechemu no sei na ekoye.
So we did invite, and we found out that the best to give it to is to those who were operating the plant, if they can find the money to relocate the plant, to print it for the number of years based upon which they put in money. So the cost of 35 million, they are going to operate the plant for 3 years. And in that 3 years, train VRA to take over the plant because the plant had been limited.
Speaker Oti Adwemo ewo Ghana mrahye bedwafie akire se Privilege Committee adwuma wode maamo no ade adwuma na twentwen so enu nti wama wo mer kakra said they obetimi ede wonsem no ede abeto mrahye bedwa no anim.
We finalize with the Honorable Henry Cote, the Greater Accra Regional Minister. Nyame Adom on the 6th no it me a meeting now. I'm sure so within a week because the time na pound that it is now speaker or my extension.
Say Ghana beko IMF announce wonko na enei abande ato dwase woni siese ohun ede akọ IMF no. Opani ono enoye vice chairman edema committee a woni hwe sikasam so ewo mrahye bedwafie yewura Patrick Yao Boama de ato dwase se oman no nyina no etimi bo aban no.
Yesikasam ne niam bia so the COVID ne tower si wo Europe ne ade na conference so bia brain se be ya yenko se date mu did say asem papa na efuto papa president the ama finance minister say on to one am intimation ni mu say ne Ghana for pen say IMF program enkofa ahoche bi se o memfa nipa wa adwuma public sector se they see wo ramahama bam
dam kuma wa mrase badwafie e kire se sa wo hwe oman no ye ka se wo monko IMF na wona twentwen so abesi enne no wona kire se ya chadodo enu nti oman no ahwe ni ma pii eno nso ene bi nim nso kire ma adwene se yewura ken ofori ata no na wo ye fotosamfo ma oman Ghana enne yia no onfa njuma enguwasa ne se wamboa oman no wasa kwan no so
ko IMF nambom do hiam kasini de wombombo na wonko in such a way as we agree ourselves or yes we go back Ghana now what trick is I cannot. You see, a successful program will depend on the design. So as I said, program need design on on the budget and to be successful. As to whether it will be successful or not in the coming days, we have a big header ahead because Aban or child.
Ken Oforiatta should be fired immediately with that community in order to give assurance and comfort to the negotiating parties that Ghana is serious at having a problem. The Ministry of Finance at this moment in time need a complete upgrade from the people who are currently sitting there in order that we have credible leadership to engage the IMF and come up with a program that is working. Unfortunately, he is the same man who the president has directed to engage the IMF. To go and say what?
Dr. Bawumia Kanyeni, Mr. Chairman, the IMF bailout was totally avoidable if the government had listened to sound advice from many quarters much earlier. But government refused to listen. They believed in their own propaganda and said, Ethiopia. When government was cautioned about the scale of borrowing, the government responded that they would borrow more. We have moved from Ethiopia to Yebetie IMF Nkwa. This was Dr. Bawumia on the 24th of March 2015. And I say Bawumia on started because he was prophesying about the Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration today. When we warned them, they didn't listen. We see woman Ethiopia, see IMF. John Mahama Bresso borrowing now. John Mahama you could see the interchanges, you could see the hospitals, you could see the roads, you could see the. I'm for HSA. One na mountain so na what say omanfo bi e de na ma ba fontin tankase so meche website ni social media so e de gigisika afi eye nipa bi ho no mo ni nyina no wone kire se e ya djuma e na wode ma saafo no ne no e na mrahye bedwafo no e de beto dwa no wo kire se enya de a wono e ma djuma e wo social media so.
Of Cybersecurity Authority, little has been done to check identity theft, internet and credit card fraud, business scams, lottery scams, hacking, spreading of hate messages, inciting of violent extremism, and grooming and distribution of child pornography, among others. Speaker, and this I wish to state emphatically. I wish to caution the general public.
Mr. Speaker, I mean, the scams goes on and it's even getting worse. And as has been pointed out, the period of COVID has even exacerbated the problem. We need to address this problem. It's a real national security issue that goes to everything we do as a country, especially in our financial sector.
Asafo no na wahwe emebum eni agudie so yewura Mustafa Yusuf HSA said the Omeye betimi apaja ye home so ewo eye agudie munti no oman no eye abefo park ya emmabu betimi akoho na wokodi odwuma no kire se sabi wo pese wo ye bi ewo Ghana fana nyina nanso mpempen de emakomako eduokron na aban no aya woguso na woye de aka no
because the whole voter region 19 constituency. Then you started only 3 astroturf. Even started, as I speak to you, they are not completed. And I will share where Damangu constituency or 2 astroturf constructed by this government.
The Middle Belt Development Authority received, as part of government policy, policy, the $1 million one constituency policy, and it is that fund that is going to be used to fund this project. So it was, to answer the leader's question, it was budgeted and approved by this house. Thank you.
This week in Parliament, aha, ena Adom besi, that's ene ebeto amoso, ohine amponsa kakabo, mano ato.